ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Shout out to all my tea sippers out there. We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey. So make sure you guys have your teacups ready because you already know this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are doing good today. So I wanted to come on here and talk about all the Al B. Sure drama, honey. So if you guys do not know, yesterday Al B. Sure was trending online because nobody at all. Here comes Al B. Sure. I believe Diddy has something to do with Kim's death, and I'm scared for my life. He posts all this stuff, posts himself crying, then runs away and deletes everything within a matter of hours. Honey, this whole situation's a hot damn mess, but I'm here to break it down. So basically what happened, like I said, Al B. Sure took to social media, and he wrote the following. He says, the morning of the Soul Train Awards at BET Pre-Productions at Jesse Collins sent, hashtag #AlBees around. I just found this footage from the morning I learned of at Lady PK, aka Kim Porter's murder, and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with at Tisha Campbell Martin and at Tashina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon, hashtag Queenie Donaldson, asking me if I were okay and did I hear the news. I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of the sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son at Quincy's New Deal and Christmas special at Netflix. She was in fantastic health. We was all laughing, seeing me and at Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm gonna leave it here. Then he goes on to post this video of him crying while playing his music in the background. It's just very odd. Y'all go ahead and check this out and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Cet amour est si fort, je ne te laisserai pas partir.
All right, so you guys just watched that video. I'm going to say this about, crying on camera, because I've cried just because I couldn't hold it in and I started crying. I get it. Things happen, but the way he's filming himself, it just seems very odd. And then the fact that there's a soundtrack in the background, he's looking around. I don't know how to take it. It almost kind of low-key seems staged. I'm not saying that his emotions aren't real. I'm not saying that his tears are not real. But to add music in the background, if you're just sad, you're just gonna cry. I don't know. It's just odd. It's very odd. It's different when somebody is talking and expressing themselves and then they just start crying because they're overwhelmed with emotion, as opposed to, let me go ahead and record myself as these tears are coming down my face and play music in the background. I don't know, just my opinion. But like I said, that was up for a few hours. And then there were also some comments in the comment section before he deleted everything. So somebody named Easy Moby says, God bless your soul, Al B. The all-knowing, all-seeing mighty God is at work. Hashtag what's done in the dark will come to light. And then he replies back and he says, at Easy Moby, we good, and sir, and we'll get through this as well. If not, we know who and why. So a lot of people equated that to him basically throwing shots at Diddy, saying that Diddy's behind this. Now, y'all know how I feel about Diddy. I'm no P. Diddy fan. I'm not going to pretend to be in this case either. And you guys know I'm a slight, conspiracy theorist to a degree, but things definitely have to make sense. And I can understand why everybody is giving Diddy the side eye, because Diddy has just been attached to a lot of weird, strange deaths. Just a lot of weird things have been attached to Diddy and his essence, his aura, his fake wokeness. I'm not here for any of that mess. But with that being said, Around the time that Kim Porter died, a lot of people were saying that she was working on a tell-all book. That was one of the rumors going around, that, basically she's going to tell it all, what she's been through with Diddy, what she's gone through in the industry. But since she died back in 2018, we haven't heard anything about this tell-all book. Nobody has spoke on it. People claim that the tell-all book was scrapped. Other people said that there was no tell-all book at all. But there was a celebrity stylist, hairstylist. Her name is Lisa Pope. And she came out and she said that Kim dreamed of writing a book. And if she was, it was going to be about how to raise well-mannered children in Hollywood. Who wants to read that shit? I'm just saying. So I'm not buying that either, but there were definitely rumors around that time that she was working on a book, okay? Now, on top of this whole situation, why a lot of people give Diddy the side eye, that there's been many documentaries that have come out that have pointed that Diddy was the one who put a hit out on Tupac. There was a documentary that came out a few years ago that basically laid it all out, and I remember like social media was attacking him and going off on him. And then that kind of died down and it went away. And then Eminem brought it back up during his diss to Machine Gun Kelly on the song called Kill Shot. He basically implied that Diddy had Tupac killed. And once again, this ruffled a lot of feathers in the industry. This was shortly before Kim Porter's death. Eminem dropped this line in the diss track September 2018. Kim Porter died November 2018. So a lot of people are going back to that and saying, you never know. There goes, some sort of connection right there. So I want to play you guys this short snippet from Hip Hop DX. They covered it. Y'all go ahead and check this out. And I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Eminem shocked the hip hop community on Friday, September 14th, when he dropped the Kill Shot diss track aimed at Machine Gun Kelly. One line in particular has the internet working overtime. This idiot's boss pops pills and tells him that he's got skills, but Kels, the day you put out a hit is the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac killed, he spits, essentially implicating Diddy in Tupac's murder. While M's accusations are bold, he insists he's joking at the end of the song. And I'm just playing, Diddy, you know I love you, he says, similar to the cheeky endings of past glories such as Kill You and White America.
All right, so you guys just heard that short snippet. So like I said, it's a lot to unpack. Truth is stranger than fiction. Could Diddy have had something to do with it? Possibly. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe she just died from pneumonia. That's what the coroner is saying. And now with the whole C-19 situation, maybe that's what it was back then. But at that point, nobody knew about, the whole COVID situation. So maybe that might have been what caused her demise as well. But I know a lot of people like to play it like, Diddy and Kim were like the perfect couple. Even though they were separated, they were like the perfect, co-parenting couple. And, after her death, he would write all these, sad posts about how much he missed her and how she'd have been a perfect wife, even though while she was here, he never once married her. But their relationship was far from perfect. Any 90s kid, if you're a 90s kid, you guys watch their relationship. You watch their ups and downs. I remember when he was dating Jennifer Lopez and Kim Porter would be in the background with like their new baby at the time, Christian Combs. And she just looked awkward. She just looked angry, out of place. Like she was just always there to pick up his pieces. And it was sad. He was out here flossing Jennifer Lopez and, and the baby mama was just literally in the background. And then as soon as him and J-Lo, broke up, he ran back to her. And so when he ran back to her, that's when she got pregnant with the twins. And then while she was pregnant with the twins is when she found out, I think she was maybe like 5 or 6 months pregnant at the time, is when she found out about Chance's mother giving birth to her child, because Chance is older than the twins. So Diddy knew he had had somebody else pregnant the whole time, and he didn't tell Kim Porter until well into her pregnancy. And she spoke about this with Essence magazine and People magazine back in 2007. And you guys can look up that article and read it for yourself. But that just kind of showed how Diddy played her. The whole time she's 5 months pregnant, and 5 months before she even got pregnant, Sarah Chapman already had the little girl named Chance, who they call the triplet. Chance, Delilah, and Jesse, they're literally just months apart. So that really, that was like the final straw for Kim. When she had daughters, she was like, I can't keep living this lifestyle. I can't keep allowing him to disrespect me, because what is that saying to my daughters? What a lot of people also don't realize too is that there are many ups and downs in their relationships. I remember many blogs back in like 2005 were reporting on this huge situation that went down in San Tropez. And Hollywood Street Kings, who's no longer around, I don't know what happened to them, but they were one of the ones to report it, and there were other people who reported it too, that Diddy and Kim Porter got into a really bad argument, and Kim Porter ended up with the broken nose. So I'm going to read to you guys a snippet from this article from back on August 7th, 2005. And it says, hip-hop mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs' girlfriend Kim Porter was left with a broken nose after the two argued on the rap star's yacht in San Tropez. Combs flew a plastic surgeon from Geneva after the accident, which took place in the early hours of the morning after a party. A friend tells Britain's Sun paper by 2 a.m. they were arguing loudly. This went on for several hours. Then at 7 a.m. there was screaming. And so according to Kim, when she was interviewed, she says that she banged her nose on the table after the argument. I don't know how one just, takes their body and just bangs her own nose into a table, but whatever, that was her story and she was sticking to it. Hollywood Street King had reported back then that the argument was behind Shakir Stewart. And, there's been rumors to what happened to Shakir, who died many years ago. Some people were giving Diddy the side eye in that case too, but basically there was alleged rumors that Shakir Stewart and Kim Porter were dating, and Diddy was really pissed off. He was really upset because, again, whenever you pull them on them, some men just can't handle it. When they're out here cheating and thotting, bopping and, knocking up random women, it's all good. But then when a woman decides to step out and, give them a taste of their own medicine, their egos can't handle it. So it seems like that may have been the case, allegedly, with that situation with Kim Porter and, her nose getting broken or her accidentally running her face into a table. So I can see why a lot of people are going off of what Al B. Shore is saying and running with it and saying, yes, Diddy had to have something to do with it because of, the stuff that happened back in 2005 and then, the whole drama with the pregnancy in 2007 and things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Again, I wasn't there. We're just here to talk and have a discussion. People have been giving Diddy the side eye from everybody's death, from Tupac's to Biggie's, honey. But at the end of the day, with that being said, no matter what the situation is, regardless if, Diddy did something to her because of this, so-called tell-all book, or, she had pneumonia, like the coroner is saying, it's not going to bring back Miss Kim Porter. Okay. So it's not going to bring her back. And I think maybe Al B. Shore may need to seek some counseling. He seems like he's still mourning. He's still going through it. Death is not an easy process for anybody. I don't care how much fame and money you have. It's not something easy. And especially if there was true love involved, which I believe that Al B. Shore, even with all his addictions and his issues and stuff like that, really, truly loved Kim at one point in time. Many of the songs that have gotten, number one for him were written about Kim Porter. So, I wish him well. But he deleted everything, and a lot of people are now worried for his safety and hoping that Diddy doesn't do something to him. And if something happens to Al B. Shore, everybody's going to get Diddy the side eye. Honey, I don't know. But like I always tell y'all, this industry is crazy. There's a lot of craziness that goes on behind the scenes, and hopefully Al B. Shore will be okay, Maybe that's really how he feels. Maybe it was a drug-infused rant. I don't know. All I know is that he posted it and he deleted it a few hours later.
Delete all that shit! Delete all that shit! Let's play with you, piggy!
So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation, honey. Concerning Al B. Shore basically accusing P. Diddy of possibly doing something to Kim Porter and him fearing for his life. How do you guys feel about this? Do you feel like Al B. Shore is saying some real stuff? Or do you feel like, what? Al B. Shore is doing the most. And then how do you feel about just all this stuff always surrounding Diddy, from Eminem kind of calling him out in Kill Shot, but then coming back and saying it was just a joke? And like I always say, there's always a little bit of truth in every joke. So I don't know. But let me know your thoughts on everything. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on this video. Make sure you guys share the video. And last but not least, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that we can be down with the notification squad, honey. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces.